together like shoobop, shooada wada, yippity boom da boom. Chang chang, changity chang doo wop. Hello, hello, hello. What it do, what it do, what it is, what it be, who it be. Praise be to Paul, yes. Yeah. Paul and I will donate $5 for every horse sound you sneak in before Voosh notices. He'll notice immediately. A horse sound is, it's loud and obvious. Hey Paul, I quit my job. I'm starting a t-shirt company with my friend selling shirts outside of concert venues in Seattle. Cool. Best o' luck. Work has me super stressed out, but a Paul stream always lifts my spirits. Thought I was a big depressing doomer guy. See, look, right there. Says even. How do I lift your spirits? I love how the birds are always chirping in the background. That's why I do them out here when I can. Countdown to lawnmower. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon. Or evening, I guess, depending on your geolocation. Paul, come chill with me in Pismo this weekend. Probably not this weekend, but I am thinking about making a Pismo trip for sure. It's like a pilgrimage, man. I gotta go to Pismo like once a year. Or I just don't feel right. Excuse me. Beg your pardon. See you at Splash. Yeah, Splash. That does sound good right now. But a wonderful, like the freshest clam chowder that you're ever gonna find. Pismo is a type of clam. The Pismo clam. And so the clams are harvested right where the fucking chowder is made. It just doesn't get better. Homemade sourdough bread bowl. I want you guys to picture it. Homemade sourdough bread bowl filled to the brim with the most beautiful clam chowder that you've ever seen. My undies smell like clams. Central Coast based as fuck, yes. I'm not even hungry. I'm not even like remotely hungry, but I'd eat it. you issue a formal apology for slapping my mother? Look, there's no excuse for what I've done, and I wish I could take it back, but that's not the world we live in, you know? So I would just like to say that your mother is a wonderful woman. She deserves respect, and it's a shame that what happened happened. Guten Morgen. A fine morning. A fine morning to you, Mr. Parky. Oh, aye. A fine morning to you, Miss Mulroney. Oh, that's beautiful. That's just the thing for Miss Mulroney. I'm going to time you out for half an hour. Already a timeout. That's not a good sign. We just got the ball rolling. Tippy top of the morning, laddie. Oh, aye, that's nice. Just the thing for Miss Mulroney. What's your hair routine? I don't know. Don't wash it every day. Don't wash it every couple of days. Don't bother washing your hair more than once a week. That's my tip. Haven't seen a single person guess where that's from. Oh, aye. That's just the thing for Miss Mulroney. What's it from, y'all? What's it from? Doesn't get oily? Well, when it starts to get oily, that's when you wash it. Sound o music? No. I wish I could do that, but I'm a landscaper and do MMA, so I have to shower twice a day. Well, yeah. I mean, be good day and before. Good day, me. What if it's a bad day? Then I'm coming for you. Then I'm coming for you. You don't know. You don't know if it's a good day or a bad day. You don't know. Don't act like you know. I shouldn't have mentioned your moms, because now everybody's making little funny tee-hees about their mom. Come on. Good day. I know, these parasocial freaks. These parasocial freaks. Oh, man. Good morning, Polsky. Good morning. Oh. It's enough good mornings. We're 10 minutes in. It's enough with the good mornings, okay? The morning's gonna be good or bad. We get it. Got any points prepared for Vosh? Yeah, I don't know, man. I want to talk about Ukraine with Vosh. I want to talk about the kind of damage of voting for Biden, having it be like a pause between apparent Trump administrations. I want to talk about like what the plan is outside of electoralism. Like, it seems like the whole bully Biden thing wasn't supposed to be serious. So I want to know what is serious. Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to mitigate the damage? I want to talk about, and this is something that I've been thinking about for the last couple of days, honestly. I want to talk about how it's not really Vosh that I hate, but his fan base. And why he thinks he's got such a toxic, annoying, hate to say it, autistic fan base. Bully Biden, yeah. I don't know. What time is the Vosh debate? It'll be 5 o'clock Pacific Standard. Or at least that's when we go live. For the record, I'm a Vosh fan. I mean, you know, like not... There's exceptions to every rule. TJ better not be late. Late J. I mean, he probably will be. It's a debate now. No, it's not. It's not. I've never actually participated in a debate. It'll be a discussion, an argument. Not a debate. There's a lot of differences between debate and conversation, yes. A lot. He has one of the biggest lefty channels on YouTube, so in part, I think the toxicity is just a matter of, yeah, you're probably right about that, but be that as it may, that's still kind of like, he's got fans that are very much about like infiltrating other communities that he's adjacent to and just putting him over in those communities. And it gets super cringy, super fast. What the fuck is that? The algorithm pushed Voosh hard. Okay, good. Good for the algorithm. Was under the impression you didn't want to talk to Vosh anymore. I may have said that at some point, but today's a new day. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Do-do, 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 do-do. Bird in the sky, you know how I feel. Bird flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. You should rap battle Vosh. Ooh. I think I out-torque Vosh every day. I don't even think that's not even a fair fight, bro. Not even close. Not even close. All right, guys. Chill out. Chill out with the doucheness, please. That's enough. It's enough. You seen any good movies lately? Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it last show, though, so I haven't seen any good movies since the last show. So, loving your energy today. My energy. I feel like I'm lacking energy, but hopefully the coffee cup, the cup of coffee, the smoke, the chill will get me to where I need to be. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. You recommend a Japanese horror movie? I mean, Ringu, Ju-on, The Grudge. Right? I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. Yeah, so far, no lawnmowers. Jets, but no lawnmowers. It's fine by me. Are you ready for the impending Christmas spirit? Impending. Isn't it like immediately here after Halloween now? I miss Johnny Bumpins. Yeah, me too. We need a leftist floating voting block. I mean, that's another thing that I'd like to talk to Vosh about, is like, this far removed. How does he feel about opposing force the vote when leftists had a progressive block that could block any and all legislation? And he argued that they shouldn't do that. I want to know, like, what the thought process behind that was. Because in my mind, like, that was the point, right, of the squad. And now whatever political capital they had is gone. They've spent it. They've moved on. That's it. And we're back. Are we back? Okay, we're back. Sorry. A little morning lag spike. It happens. What are you gonna do? Dude, the little pecking blue jay is back. Hear him? What are you pecking at over there, brother? Now we'll have to see if another blue jay comes down to, like, harass him for it. Peck it. Peck it, blue jay, peck it. I like birds that peck things. I like the word peck. If I had a big beak, I think I would peck things. You must love woodpeckers. Oh, I do. They're not super common where I'm at, but from time to time you'll see a woodpecker or hear one. Don't they tend to harass dogs and cats? Yeah. Peck. Peck, 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 peck. Dinor doesn't have any prey. Dinor wouldn't hurt a mouse. I think that's been proven. Dinor wouldn't hurt a cockroach. When we moved to the bunker and started doing more of these outside streams, I did not like them at first, but now I prefer these streams, your desktop ones. It's a vibe, right? It's a vibe. I like, being out in the fresh air, as fresh as it can be where I live. I like hearing the birds do their thing. I like it all. This crowd is too scared to leave the house. I don't think so. I think plenty of you guys get out and about. In fact, most of you probably get out and about more than me. That's been an unfortunate side effect of COVID for me, is that I was already a person that had a lot of anxiety about, going out and stuff. But COVID just like solidified that shit and like excused it. I work outside, see? Outside is scary. Yeah, kind of can be, huh? Like, I don't think this outside is scary, but I think if I were to go out the front, that's where the scary is. Out back here, there's a reasonable idea that I've got, like, it's like my little fenced in world. You got attacked by a bus driver? Damn. What helped you get through your most depressive periods in your 20s? Um, I'm not recommending this to you, but lots of drugs. Lots of drugs. Lots of alcohol, lots of drugs. that's what I did. And like honestly, once again, not a recommendation, but if you're gonna do it, your 20s, that's the time. Because trust me, dude, you double that number up, you get to your 40s, you, your body's different, man. You can't handle that shit. Alcohol gives me hella heartburn now. Oh yeah, all kinds of shit like that'll start happening. All kinds of that shit. Clean your room, bucko. Yeah, I mean, and that sort of thing, I think, flows from him. I don't think it's as bad as some people paint it, but I do think that Vosh himself has a tendency to call people that disagree with him, to find a roundabout way in which people that disagree with him are either fascists or fascist adjacent. And I think that that tendency in him bleeds over into his fan base like immensely. I've been called, like, I've already listed it off, dude. I've been called a fascist, a Nazi apologist, a Russian stooge. I mean, going back farther, an Osama bin Laden supporter, a Saddam supporter, a terrorist sympathizer, just fucking rattle it off, dude. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, it's an affirmation for me. Like when that happens, I feel like the person on the other end of the argument really has no argument. But yeah, there's a very big danger at this point in history, at least I think, of the word fascist becoming completely meaningless and it just being like rolled up into one of these words that just means like I disagree with you. And I think that that's kind of sad because I think there are fascists out there and they need to be called out, but I'm not a fascist because I won't drag myself to the polls to vote for Jim Crow Joe, Genocide Joe. Like, I'm not a fascist because I refuse to lend my support to the current failed system, like the current failed duopoly. I'm not a fascist because I don't support America dropping fuck tons of unsanctioned weapons on a war-torn country, fueling and feeding that war. I don't think Vosh, no. I don't think, to my knowledge, Vosh has never called me a fascist, but his fans, oh. His fans have called me fascist a bunch of fucking times. And everything else. Do you think the side of the coin where people overuse Nazi is worse than if it was commonly denied? I mean, yeah, I think Nazi is... It's one of those things I don't necessarily... I don't think I've been called a Nazi. I probably have been, but, like, not as a repeated thing, you know. There's probably been some dumbass that called me a Nazi here and there, but... I mean, it's just absurd. So, it's another one. Another word that's going to get completely and utterly subsumed by people's overuse of it. At least you don't own any anime figurines. I would love to let that one slide, but I kind of do. I don't have it, like, assembled and displayed. Fuck, I can't even remember his name now. There's a dude in Attack by Titan. Or, sorry, Attack... What is it called? Attack on Titan. The dude that has the two swords and he's like... Is it Levi? Is that his name? Not Eren Yeager. That's the main guy. I'm talking about, like, he's a badass dude. He's got kind of like the emo hair covering one eye kind of thing, and he's... Yeah, Levi. Okay. Yeah, Levi. So I have a Levi Nendroid. Do you know what a Nendroid is? I bought it at the Weeb convention that I went to years and years ago. Opposable chibi figurine, yes. Classier Funko Pop. Yeah, it's like a Funko Pop, but it comes with different, like, he's got like 3 different faces. So he's got one where he just kind of looks like chill, and then another one where he's like, you know, and you can pose them in different ways, and you can put different weapons on them and stuff. So it's like a, yeah, it's like a cool Funko Pop. So I have one of those. I just don't. It's in a sandwich baggie somewhere, all disassembled, and I never took it out and put it together again. But I do have that, so I can't claim in good faith that I don't have any anime figurines, because I do. I have that one. have to ask, are you planning to use a picture of a horse for your PFP? I wasn't, but now I'm going to. Now I'm going to. I'm stealing that idea, and I'm going to proclaim that it was my own. Palomino, yeah. Appaloosa. We all show up as horses tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody that comes to the show tonight, change your PFP to a horse. Yes. Change your display name to horse. Oh, if we could orchestrate that, it would be the greatest thing ever. But I've got the sound drop. I was thinking about one other sound drop too. I don't want your guests getting all boned up. Oh, I do. It's so childish, but whatever. I'm gonna do it. You know, you gotta stay young in some ways, right? Do you think the discussion will be mostly civil? Yeah. Yeah, I think as should be expected. Like, we are leftists after all, so we agree on probably 95% of shit, maybe even more, honestly. Like, if we were to go down the line, we probably agree on, at least on some level, on every major issue. So, I don't know why people are shocked when things are mostly cordial. Horse. That's my favorite horse noise, by the way, though. Who are you speaking to? To you. And the other 122 lost souls that have wandered their way into this part of purgatory. I'm speaking to you, bitch. Make it all about the horse shit and zero about policy. That would be fun. That would be fun if I just showed up as like if I just showed up as like a horse character and I refused to drop it. I just show up as Mr. Ed. Do you have a horse mask? I don't, unfortunately. I don't think I could get one at last minute either, you know. Have you ever had to deal with a roommate who stinks real bad? No. I can't think of one that I would point out as like overly stinky. Like everybody stinks, you know. And I at one point was living in a little 2-bedroom condo with me and 2 other dudes in it. And, you know, that could stink. You get that many dudes in a small area, you're going to smell some stink. But I wouldn't say that anybody's like particularly notably stinkier than the median. Guess I lucked out. Because I know some people do, like, reek. There's no better word for it either. Reek is the word. You'll run into these people sometimes too, like in the wild, and you're just like, holy shit. The smell of you. They've got like a 10-foot bubble of stink around them, you know? I have a friend that smells so bad you have to roll windows down when you're in the car with him. Oof. Does anybody like talk to him about it? I get pretty stank when depression strikes and I go full basement monster mode, but I have the decency to yeah. No, I mean, like I said, everybody stinks. Anybody that tells you that they don't have nothing, they never stink. Like, there's probably one person on the planet that I think probably just never stinks. Ariana Grande. I don't think she ever stinks. I don't think you could catch her at a stinky moment. But if you're not Ariana Grande, you stink. It's just the way it is. It's the way I see it anyway. Kesha. Yeah, you're right about that, Johnny. She does stink like a boat dock at low tide, dude. Like a fishing pier. Horse. Brrr. You're doing it. I feel like all hot chicks never smell bad. Just not the case, my guy. My dude. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Nobody talks to a horse, of course. So I was thinking about getting 2 more drops for tonight. Because I've got the... Okay, we've got the horse whinny locked down. I was thinking about getting just the part of that song where it says, a horse is a horse, of course, right, as a drop. And then I was thinking about getting one that's that song, you remember that song, Beverly Hills, that's where I wanna be. I was just thinking about getting Beverly Hills. I think it is a Weezer song. I kind of checked out of Weezer after Pinkerton. Stinkerton? Nah, Pinkerton was okay. But after that, they fell off real super duper hard. Dude, the Blue album? Bro. That whole album, it's one of the very few albums that I feel like start to finish is just a banger. There's not a bad song on the Blue album. You can just turn it on and hit random and you're going to get a great song. Wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. Bottle is ready to blow. Say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa. I want to listen to that song now. That's such a banger. Paul, you don't like garbage ass artists like Lil Pump or Lil Yachty still, right? No, I still think Lil Pump is like his older shit. I still think it bangs, especially like the stuff that he first got famous off of. So there's like 3 songs. There's um fucking D Rose. So if you want to listen to the Lil Pump that I think is fucking amazingly good, here's your 3 songs: Lil Pump, D Rose, Lil Pump, Like a Boss, and Lil Pump, Like Ooh. Anything that's not one of those 3 songs is pretty cringe. But those 3 songs, great beats. Lil Yachty, I'm less of a fan of Lil Yachty, but I like his stuff sometimes. Like, I think he's alright. But yeah, I mean, let's don't get it twisted. Lil Pump hasn't made a good song in like 5 years. Gucci Gang sucks. Gucci Gang is not his best track. You still into Post? Yes. Always will be. I'm a fan for life of Post Malone. Easily like my favorite modern artist by a country mile. So much so that I don't even really mention him in the same conversation as a lot of these other dudes. Like, I think Posty is pound for pound the most talented multi genre musician working right now. Post is bland and has no style. To each his own. I think Post Malone could super easily like create like a grunge band and head it. That would be huge. Like, I think he's just got so much potential. Post is just a cool guy. I mean, you never know for sure, but word on the street is that he's like one of the nicest dudes. You could tell, like, every interview that he does, he calls the interviewer sir or ma'am. He's got like that old kind of southern Texas chivalry kind of charm or whatever, and it's really disarming and like humble. It's humble in a way that a lot of people that are as popular as they never had in the first place, and they don't manage to hold on to a scintilla of it. But why the face tats? Why not? It's not your face. See, that's the thing. Like, I might criticize or laugh at somebody for getting a face tat, but ultimately I don't have to look at that face every fucking morning. He does. So maybe he likes it. Maybe that's what he wanted to look like. Your body is yours to do with what you want, if nothing else in the world is. Face tats are super cringe. I mean, whatever, dude. Like, it is what it is. And people are overly critical for no reason. But he charges $600 to see him. I know. That does suck. That is shitty. Posty should jump in and do some cheap shows, dude. Because that's retarded.
And it might just be because it's like a month out at like a big Vegas venue. The other venues might be cheaper.
Maybe. I don't know. You have to look and see. I'm sure he'll do a tour here, and we can look and see if the...
Yeah, this one's like the tail end of some Australian tour or something, so it's like not the focus of it or whatever.
Yeah. Oh. Smoke in the eye.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's
you.
Drifting up off of mine. It's that tip smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Get that in your eye and it's over. It's a stinger. How's Amelia doing?
I just woke up.
She just woke up. That's how she's doing. There's a cup of coffee in there for you, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, thank you. I'll get it in here in a minute.
How's Dinor doing? He's jumping up in Amelia's lap. He's doing just fine. What time zone are y'all in, PST?
West Coast, best coast.
Yep. East Coast, least coast. What gender are you? Male. I identify as he, him. Okay? Do you think the opinion of American people is changing regarding our foreign policy? No. Unfortunately, I've been through these before, and it's another thing maybe it might be worth bringing up with Vosh, because I have heard, I've done a little Voosh watching in preparation for this. I mean, it's impossible to like catch up, but one of the things that I heard him saying was that it's kind of pointless for people to defend Biden right now, and you know, you need to focus more on other points and not defending voting for Biden. It might be good to do, but like the plan with that is to allow people to stop caring about this. Like, there's a lot of people that are genuinely incensed about what's going on in Palestine, but there's a lot of people that are just riding the wave of the latest outrage. And 2, 3, 4 months from now, distant memory, and then you can go right back to glad handing and cheerleading for Joe. And I don't know how that, like, I don't know how you do that and have it feel good.
And really the only argument is the whole lesser of two evils thing. It's like, oh, well, Trump would be equally bad, so therefore this isn't a negative.
And granting that, I still don't agree with the tactic.
Yeah.
Because I think it carries, it's like, the tactic is implicit in the statement, lesser of two evils. And there's no way that we come to any kind of fucking positive outcome by voting for evil over and over and over and over again. Open, barefaced, naked evil. And I don't even like the word evil, but willing to use it in this instance. It's like, you can get as descriptive with it as you want. It's a cult of multimillionaires and billionaires who literally turn blood, sweat, tears, and outright slavery in the third world into silk scarves and 13th century tapestries and opulent penthouses. I mean, it's really evil, you know, like it's the bad guy. And to continue focusing so much on defending and promoting that as the best thing that leftists can do, it's a losing proposition, demonstrably. So, and there are people that say, oh, there's literally no choice. Here in America, there's no choice. It's either Biden or Trump. And I'm like, no, there is a choice. You can choose to not vote for either of them and vociferously oppose the system that's grinding the world to dust. You can do that. That's a choice. It may not be a choice that you like to make. It may not be a choice that like feels good, but lesser of two evils doesn't feel good, right? If it does, I think you need to examine like what you're actually doing. So, yeah, it doesn't feel good to say like, I'm not participating in these sham elections. I'm not giving my vote to somebody that doesn't even want to earn it. I'm not giving my vote to somebody who oversees and materially supports constant genocide and rape and murder and destruction all over the world, who props up the capitalist system that are just grinding us to paste, destroys this planet, signs the orders to get new drilling pipelines put over fucking pristine land, oftentimes land that is contractually owned by Indian tribes, because fuck them, right? And what do you want me to do? I could go on, right? Like, I don't know how long you want me to go on.
Plus, the vote blue, no matter who, is just making him campaign poorly. Like, he still doesn't have a single policy page on his website because he's not primarying against anyone else. He's not doing very, like, campaign stops right now.
Right.
He's just running a shitty campaign because he's got it locked in.
Yeah. No promises at all, even if they're empty promises. Like, you're not even working on the guy while he's in there. I don't get how this is the best thing that we could be doing. And I won't participate until somebody can convince me that this is for the best. Because I don't see it that way. Like, this is not for the best if you're somebody who is desperately trying to get into this country and was caught by ICE and has been separated from your families and put in an internment camp. Biden is not the best for you, if that is you. Biden is not the best for you if you're a young person who was conscripted into the army to fight a horrible war in eastern Ukraine. Biden is not the best for you. He has done nothing but ensure that you and your comrades are probably dead or maimed at this point. So he's not best for you. You know, it's just like, when you start to narrow down who he's best for, it tends to be like white people with money. That's pretty much the group that he's best for. And I don't think that group is best for us, for the rest of us. Joe Biden has been on the wrong side of history with every war that's come across his desk. Every single one. Never met a war he didn't like. Even tried to pretend that he opposed the Iraq War when he vociferously campaigned for it. He literally tried to sneak by the American people. I think it was his 2008 campaign, that he was against the Iraq War from the very inception, that he did everything he could to stymie that war because it was a stupid idea. And then people went back and looked at his voting record and they were like, wait, That's not what you said back when it mattered. He's just a lying, sneak thieving, capitalist piece of dog shit.
That birdie.
He was pecking earlier.
Okay.
It's like you gotta own all of that if you're gonna spend a bunch of your time advocating for the dude. And I don't know how you do that math. The other dude is worse, yeah. It just goes to show you that you don't have any choice. And that you'd better find a third way and fast.
Well, the issue too is just, even if you fully accept vote who blue no matter who, unless there are two evils, saying that isn't helping Biden, because he's just cruising. Like Hillary cruised at the end of 2016 thinking she had it in her bag and fucking slacking.
Yeah. No, I mean it's bad. It's bad from every angle, in my opinion. So I don't know what else to say. I've yet to be convinced, and I've got to say something. And this is something that, like, people are probably gonna fucking give me shit for, but I'm just being honest about my opinion. I think that there's a lot of hyperbole going on the online left with regards to what's going to happen to gay and trans people if Trump gets reelected. I don't think they're going to be rounded up into camps. I don't think they're going to be systematically exterminated and lined up against a wall and machine gunned down. I don't think they're going to be placed in prison. Like, I think it's a bad road for them no matter who gets elected. I mean, look at all the anti-trans legislation that's passed on Biden's watch. And where's even the overture from Biden about federally protecting these people? Creating a federal law that can't be contravened by state law that provides, protection for these people. He just hasn't been there. He's just a no-show on that. So I don't see trans people or any kind of marginalized minority having a good time under any of these dudes. And I don't think that the super, like, fucking piped up, shrill, he's gonna genocide the gays, I don't think that helps with average people. I think average people pretty much agree with me, and there it is. I was wondering when it was gonna start.
Oh. It shouldn't be our yard. It should be tomorrow for our yard. Shouldn't get too close.
Update on the wings. Used lemon pepper, Frank's Red Hot, butter, olive oil, and some Weber's Kickin' Chicken. Okay, good for you, bud. Those are probably some good wings.
You don't give a fuck about a wing, though.
I think I might have mentioned wings on the last one or some shit, but I don't remember. Whatever, good wings. Good wings, good times. TJ would have cared. Yeah, he probably would have. Can you do another ego answers, PJ? Maybe I will. It's been a while since I did one. It'd be super easy to do one. Maybe I will. When I was in high school, I had dreams of being a politician. I really can't see how that's a possible dream with how corrupt the system is. Isn't this entire thing answers? Yes, pretty much, but
Ego Answers is like you curating and not people fighting for it.
I pick 5 or 10 questions that I think are that I'd have an interesting answer to, and then I answer them. That's the difference. Here, I just kind of try and answer a little bit of everything.
And sometimes people get fucking talked over, and what can you do?
Stupid ass fucking law and shit. Are there any states or municipalities that have banned these like small gasoline engines?
I don't know.
Because if there is,
cities and stuff.
If there is, we need to look to move to one.
I mean, it's one of those laws, though. It's like fireworks are hella illegal here, but that doesn't stop anyone.
Yeah, but I'd like to be able to call the cops.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever escape YouTube's monopoly on this form of media? Almost certainly YouTube won't be dominant forever. But I think in the near future, there's really not a whole lot of... I mean, TikTok is the first thing that's come along that, you know, kind of like challenged that aspect of content creation or whatever for YouTube. And I think it's super popular with young people, so... we might be looking at a massive slide, and there's a good chance that TikTok will like update its thing to where you can upload longer videos and shit, and you might see a lot of content creators moving over to that platform. It just seems to be more heavily adopted by Zoomers.
Well, I think the thing with YouTube and Google is they have like a layered monopoly. Like Google has Android, and Android's like half of all smartphones, and most people watch videos on their smartphone.
Right.
So you just kind of have YouTube automatically. So like any YouTube competitor, unless they can get in the app market and like, then
that's definitely a good point.
Yeah, because like maybe like 15 years ago you'd do a YouTube replacement that's mostly on desktop, but now it has to be an app.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. It has to be an app, and it super matters when that app is just like natively installed on every device, because the parent company... It's another example of why these big tech companies and other big companies need to be broken up. It's literally a monopoly.
Vertical monopoly.
Yep. It's the fucking definition of a monopoly. And there are laws, albeit weakened laws, but still there are laws in this country against monopolies. These tech companies need to be broken up, like immediately. Google first and foremost. Even if just Google was broken up, it would be a net positive for people.
But yeah, I think at this point, there's all these little like alt YouTubes, but unless one, like, I would start from the app up and then make a desktop site, because I think that's the only way to be competitive.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. Not only that, but you need to get into the tech sphere as far as like manufacturing of phones and shit too. Like you need to own the operating system so that you can make TikTok the only video thing that's on the phone.
Yeah, or at least pre-installed.
Right,
or
pre-installed when you start up the phone. TikTok's right there. And it's just, how do you compete with that? So that's a really good point. Too many giant companies with too many fingers and too many pies. And the net benefit you can see what it is. It's the increasing privatization of everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the biggest moves towards privatization that's happened, and when I say privatization, I mean corporate privatization. Obviously, purchasing a home is a form of privatization, but corporations snatching up entire neighborhoods worth of living houses and turning them into rentals, or just sitting on them as a constantly value increasing asset. how devastating that's been. Like, we're being run roughshod here. Not to bring it back to the Biden thing, but where's Biden's platform for addressing that? Because that's doing more measurable harm in my mind to people than a lot of the boogeymen that we throw up. Like, the capitalistic exploitation is doing more damage to us. It's doing more damage to our environment than any one other issue. And there is no answer in the Biden platform for that. There's not even a Biden platform, as Amelia pointed out. We don't even know what he's running on because he.
Yeah, like there's like, you know, old hyperlinks to his policy pages, but those all go to 404s now. Just donate and donate. And
yeah, just donate. Just donate to me. And he can't even put out like a fucking 5 bullet points of here's what I'll do.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to make any promises, so he's not called when he does nothing. This is just bullshit. If you think that we can cyclically do this and gain anything as leftists, as working people, you're fucking wrong. And that's why I don't support it. Along with any other number of reasons. I don't support it morally. Play keyboard. I play keyboard. You want me to throw it? Okay, I will throw it. Biden's brain returns a 404 era. Error. Yeah. No, true. Give me that ball. I want that ball. Give me that ball. I want it. Don't drop it. Hand it. Hand it to me. Oh, you turd. Little turd. Give me that ball. I'm done. I just hope one day I can afford enough to buy a house and not stress too much about bills. Good luck.
Yeah. I think they released something recently. It's like the average like household income of new home buyers now is like 100K plus. Like that's what you have to make now to be competitive in the housing market.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. See everybody. I want to see everybody. They want to see you. They want to bask in your regal presence time. You gotta let them. The best boy. Who's the best boy? Who's the best boy? Is it you? Are you the best boy? What the dog doing? Just dogging, you know? That's what he do. Downer's job is to kind of be around and be cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best. He's the best boy. There's no gooder boy on the planet.
Everybody loves Dinor.
Yep.
There ain't one person I don't love Dinor.
It's true. He sees to it. It's like a little virus.
It was funny. We were staying in that hotel in Vegas, and like I swear, like 5 different people were like said that they regretted not bringing their dog after they saw Dino.
Yeah. Oh, we could have brought our dog. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't. Does he like other dogs? He's not like violent towards other dogs, but he doesn't like the ritual of having his booty sniffed and shit. That's just not his favorite game. So he puts up with other dogs just fine, but he doesn't prefer them.
Yeah, he has to, have a little bit more of an introduction to another dog than a person, I think.
Yeah. It's like my mom's little dog Marley. He's fine with her because they know each other. They've been in the same space. They've shared space, a dozen times or more. So like it just takes Dino a while to get to know another dog because he doesn't really full-heartedly participate in the ritual of dog getting to know dog. He's not like just absolutely overcome with the urge to sniff ass, and he doesn't want to have his sniffed either. He wants to be left alone for a little while. He wants to observe with his googly brown eyes.
I mean, he just, I think, has more preference for people.
Oh yeah, people. It's a whole different story.
Yeah,
dude. If a crazy inbred hill redneck with a hockey mask and a fucking bloody machete in one hand and the head of his last victim in the other came in this backyard, Dino would run up to him like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
I think that's why he's more cagey around dogs, because not so much that he doesn't like them, but they're competition for human attention.
Yeah. For sure. That is definitely true. Trying not to be salty about the fucking trying to like partition it out of my mind, but it ain't working.
Yeah.
How excited are you for Dune? I mean, I'm stoked, but I'm not like, I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that it's going to be awesome.
I think it would help if we saw it in theaters this time, but I think didn't the first time we watched it like at home.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go see it in IMAX or whatever, because that's definitely like an IMAX movie.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm the only one that because I watched it again with my dad, but in theaters. But I think you just watched it at home.
I missed out in theaters. Anyway, I'm gonna end this. I'm tired of listening to that fucking thing. Goodbye.